Hey, good morning, everybody. Wow, it shocked everyone just now, including myself. What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday morning. If all you lovely people, some of my friends out there are out there about to go Blu-ray hunting, kudos to you. May you use this as a nice podcast in your ear holes. This morning is chock full of some good stuff, y'all. You know what I love about these is I have nothing planned. And then in the morning, I'm like, okay, first wake up, okay, what can we talk about? I did not watch the Thor Love and Thunder trailer yet. I know, this guy, right? But it's blowing up. And I'm like all day yesterday, I was actually in the middle of shooting another video yesterday, which hopefully I'll be putting up soon. So I didn't get around to doing a reaction video. So what the heck, y'all? We are going to do it live for you today on camera. So that's going to be awesome. And we're going to give you a live update on the disaster movie month I've been plowing through. I started with all the ones in the 70s. So that is going to be a very interesting topic. So anyway, I hope you're doing well. Sit back, relax, grab a nice beverage and a nice snack, and welcome to the Morning Mug. All right. So yeah, gang. What a morning this was going to be. I can't wait to see this trailer. I have it queued up right on frame one because I didn't want like ads and stuff to pop up. So the only thing I see right now is like a little kid frozen next to a tree. So it's weird. There's no like green thing that says trailer approved. In fact, I was like, is this the trailer? I hope this is the trailer. It's got 20 million views on it. So, but we're going to do that a little bit later. Want a few people to join us before we get in on it. So what I'm going to start with, especially if you catch this on a replay, I'm going to use this as a segment I'll probably pull off and post separately as well. But I'm going to go over the first round of disaster movies that I watched so far in my disaster movie month. And I decided to lean heavily into the 70s genre. And so here they are. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 of them right here, y'all. You can see the airport right there. So yeah, I'm just going to go in the order from least to best. I always like finishing strong. Am I right? Yeah, Mama Blu-ray, good morning. What's up? I'm so happy you are here. So we have Mama Blu-ray. We have Michael. Hey, buddy. And Ken, I think, is still hopefully lurking around there. So I'm going over the disaster movies that I've seen so far in my disaster movie month. And then I'll be going over the Thor and Love and Thunder trailer live for the first time. So I'm very excited. So yeah, here we go. So this is the little masterful stack of 70s disaster films that I picked up. And I hate to say it, but bottom of the barrel so far, we're going to we're going to start using my mouth first, is the Hindenburg. The Hindenburg was pretty much a snore fest, especially after seeing all the other ones. They had some excitement to them. They all sort of have that 70s pace, some a little bit better than others, and we'll get into that. But Hindenburg, just like, when you got these type of disaster films, it's all about the, stories that are like Titanic. I mean, you all know what happens to Titanic. So what are you going to do on the boat that really keeps you interested and captivated? And I mean, it's not hard to enjoy some time with Leo and Kate Winslet. Let's see. Oh, let me just pause for a second. Mama says Sue is leaving to go hunting. Oh, hi, Sue. Have a great hunting, especially when you're going into Target. It's a little nod to Sue's nice little song there. Hope I didn't destroy that. But yeah, it's good. Okay, cool. So hopefully she'll have some fun stuff. She'll get a laugh out of that horrible impression, or maybe it was spot on. Play it back. I think I nailed it. All right. Anyway, Hindenburg, all the subplots and stuff, they just weren't very engaging. It didn't pull me in all that much like some of the other films. And the strangest part is, all of these films, they reach that sort of disaster moment. And you're kind of like, oh, how are they going to recreate it like Titanic? He recreated hitting the thing and sinking it and all that good stuff. And the Hindenburg, okay, so when it gets to the end where the blimp explodes, literally, it's on the cover, people. Nice packaging, right? In case you don't know the story, here it is, right on the cover. Uh, so the film is in color, right? It starts off with this little weird newsreel thing that's in black and white. And I think this was their thing. And then it turns into color. And then the whole adventure is in color. And then right as the bomb goes up, they do it as a bomb. There's lots of theories about what actually brought the thing down, static electricity and all kinds of other things. But in this film, they chose a bomb. The guy had a bomb on the thing. And as soon as it blows up, it does this very weird effect, and everything sort of like gets all kind of like, you know, creepy, man, like Cheech and Chong took over. And then it goes into black and white. And I'm thinking, why is this film going to black and white? You ready? It's because they're cheap, right? So when the blimp explodes, other than probably the one moment of explosion, it's the news footage. It's all the news footage. There's no recreating of the blimp falling and landing. I mean, there's definitely some tricks, some Hollywood tricks where people are running in this fire and metal behind them, you know, to simulate the rubble and falling. But the actual everything, you know, coming down and exploding, and because the newsreels back in the day were black and white, that's why they sort of did this weird effect to suddenly turn the movie into black and white so they could use the black and white footage from the actual newsreels. So, and then so it's like it's on fire and it's falling, and then it would freeze. And then cut to the next thing, cut to the next thing, and then it's going down, freeze. And then it keeps going as like, why is it freezing? And the only reason I can assume it was freezing is because the newsreels would roll and then stop at a certain point. Like they didn't capture the whole thing going down. And then so the freeze is to sort of capture the drama. Anyway, that's going back in the sellback pile. I'll never watch that again. Now, number two, hang on, before we get to number two, let's see. Ken is saying, hey, buddy, what's up, Huck? What's up, Ken? Welcome to the morning show here. Let's see. Tell Sue I'll see her at Best Buy. Heading there myself to get cabin steel. Heck yeah. Well, good luck, Ken, because I know sometimes you get there and they got nothing. That's what's killing us on these hunts, man. You get all psyched up and ready to go. You're like wringing your hands together. Let's go. Your doors open up. You hoof it to the section and crickets. You're like, all right, let's go to Dunkin' Donuts. All right. Like I'm just like your conduit here. Ken says Sue laughed. Nice. Well, I'm a Blu-ray. She's like hooked into Sue right now, or maybe she's still hanging around. But yeah, that's gonna be good. You guys we're gonna be watching both your channels today. We're gonna see who gets their steal today. I know you both are hungry for that steal. It's a fun movie. All right, so the next up is Roller Coaster. Now, look, you know, when I call up 70s disaster movies, they do point out that Roller Coaster is one of those. No. Okay, so in the opening, you get your first roller coaster crash, right? And it's pretty good. Like the track comes off, the explosion, the bomb goes off, and the thing goes careening up the top, you know, one of the top curves, you know, to give it that momentum to sling it out, and all the bodies and the thing, you know, are in the cars and stuff. You're like, oh, not bad for 70. You can kind of tell some of them. I hope all of them were actually dummies inside. I did hear there were some stuntmen for certain ones as it went off. They were supposed to do something, but they got injured and had to go to the hospital. No one died, but you know, that'd be a real disaster. It did. But anyway, so on the back it says, you know, it says like this guy is like, you know, uses amusement parks and roller coasters for his disasters, right, or whatever. And that was the only one. That was it. The opening roller coaster crash was it. So I was sort of expecting this guy to be sort of this roller coaster, like you know, what do they call him? Like it's a killer that has like sort of a style. I thought this guy's was amusement parks and specifically roller coasters because, you know, you do more damage with roller coasters. And so there's 3 amusement parks that are visited. Is the first one where it careens off. The second one where the tension is building up because the bad guy is onto the cops. See, and here's the other thing. The weird thing about this plot is, so the bad guy is Timothy Bottoms, right? The good-looking dude right there. So you don't expect him. And then this guy here, Jason Segel, is the one who he has do all of his bidding for him. And every step of the way, Siegel is talking to all the cops and stuff about what to do. And then like Bottoms will call him on the phone. He goes, I know you're talking to the cops. I know what you're doing. Don't do it or I'll kill some people. I'm like, how do you, like, you're kind of waiting for, how do you know? Are you tailing him? Are you a former, oh, maybe he's a former cop and he knows all their tricks and he's got bugs everywhere. It's never explained. It's the most convenient plot device is he just literally calls him on the phone because there's no cell phones, but he knows every phone number of where the guy is. Of course, back in the day, we all had phone books, so you could literally, Jason Siegel, you look him up, you call him on the phone. So I get that he can call him at his home because those were all listed. But anyway, so there's a lot of convenient plot devices of him just knowing every step. And he was wearing a wire in a scene. He knew he was wearing a wire. How do you know he's wearing a wire? So little things like that, things that you want good writing to explain to you and they don't, it kind of irks you by the end of the movie. So yeah, so by the end of the movie, there is no other roller coaster disaster. They even did it right here in my hometown, up here up the 5 freeway. We have Six Flags Magic Mountain. In the 70s, it was just Magic Mountain. And there was this new roller coaster that just opened up, the first all metal one. And that was the one that's going to, be the scene of the disaster. Now, I'm sure there's probably something too about, hey, yes, can we use your amusement park? But we won't blow it up because we want people to come to your park. We don't want them to think that, a mad bomber is going to take out your park. Anywho, so that was a one and done too. Anyway. Now we start stepping it up, y'all. Hang on, I'll get right to that. Let's see what we got going here. Hey, Movie Hunter 2020 says, morning with his mugs. Right on, dude. Chug, chug. Anthony's Horror and More says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Anthony. So we are moving on to Airport. Now, there are 4 of these. I've only seen the first one because I just wanted to get all the main ones done. So if I got, time, I'll squeeze out Airport 75, 77, and Concorde. But the first one I wanted to watch, and the first one actually has Dean Martin in it. So I thought that was kind of cool. He's actually pretty good. By the way, Airport and Hindenburg, there are no menus. None. 0. It jumps right into the movie, gets going, and that's it. So don't expect special features or nothing. I was like, okay. Crazy. But, and you will see, this is really great. So George Kennedy appears in almost all of these films, right? He's in Airport, and then I even looked it up. He appears in all the airports, and it's the same character, so that's pretty rad. He's also in Earthquake. Yeah, and Earthquake. Yeah, I said all of them, but he's in a lot of them. He's in all of these and Earthquake, and he's really good in all of them. So the thing about Airport is it builds to it. It takes about an hour and a half before you actually or about an hour before they get into the plane and start to take off. And then about an hour and a half, then the drama starts happening. So it's a little slow getting there, but you know what? This is one that the drama, the kind of building up to it, there's a lot of heart in it, especially surprisingly. Like, I don't know much about Dean Martin's acting other than when he's with, Lewis, Martin and Lewis, lady, hey, he's with Jerry. Spot on impression, by the way. Anyway, back to this stuff. And he was excellent. He's having, now a lot of the situations in these films, by the way, there's always one bad marriage. Like, I mean, just fuming. There's one in Earthquake, and there's one in this movie. I want to say there's even one in Towering Inferno. Yeah, there is. So yeah, so there's like just one couple that they're done with each other and they're just hateful. And then there's a lot of cheating going on. There's a lot of adultery. So Dean Martin is yeah, he's sleeping with Jacqueline Bisset, really cute girl with a British accent. But the thing is, the other ones, they're fuming at each other. So if they have another girlfriend, you're like, oh, well, they're separating it. But the sad part is with this is Dean is having sort of it seems like he has a nice relationship with his wife, because when, I don't get too much away, but when the wife knows that there's something wrong with the plane, she goes to the airport and she kind of learns that Dean's seeing this girl. And you're kind of sad about that. But that also means that they're doing a good job setting up the storyline. And it is kind of sweet how Dean cares for her because she actually is injured on the plane and stuff like that. But anyway, I liked Airport. I thought it was pretty good. Trying not to spoil it. It's like 45 years old, so assume you've all seen it. Maybe not. I haven't, so why would I think you've seen it? Shut up, Huck. All right, let's move on. All right, now the next two. All right, hang on. Let's see if we got any more comments first. Anthony's Hormore says, hey, I just watched the movie Thief last night, directed by Michael Mann. Oh, it was great. I have not seen that one. I do like me some Michael Mann, though. I loved Collateral, when Tom Cruise is the bad guy and Jamie Foxx is the taxi driver. I mean, that was cool, man. Like Cruise. Look, I'll do a whole show on why I love Tom Cruise. Every Tom Cruise hater can not watch it, because I mean, look, the dude is still killing it. Because here's the thing: some people still really like Tom Cruise movies because he's still top of his game, and people are going. And yet, everyone you meet says, "I'm not a Tom Cruise fan." Like I know there aren't them, but I'm waiting for those who are out there to say, "I'm a Tom Cruise fan." Haven't seen one yet. Anyway. Maybe one person will light it up now there says, not Tom Cruise fan. Okay, let's see what we got. Movie World Comics. What's up, man? The only Dean Martin movie I've seen other than the Jerry Lewis ones is Rio Bravo. How was he in that? I mean, if he's as good as he is in Airport, I'm assuming he's pretty good. Well, Mama Blu-ray, what about you? I bet, this is Dean Martin and Lewis. Did you see a bunch of Dean Martin movies growing up? Because I don't recall a ton on TV, but then, maybe I wasn't as aware of who he was other than with Jerry Lewis. So, yeah, I'm seeing a ton. Here we go. Movie Hunter 2020. I'm Tom Cruise. There it is. Me and you, bro. We're going to take on the world. All right. You can guest host with me. You in? Let's do it. Serious. Let's do it. All right. All right. Here's the next one. I'm splitting hairs here. I could flip a coin and switch places here, but on the third place is going to be Towering Inferno. This is really good. Like you have to dismiss all of the 70s pacing, because what they do in these films is they show you every step of the way. So Paul Newman is the architect, designed the building, and Steve McQueen is the fire chief. And so the fire chiefs are always like, they did it in Earthquake too. They're always bitching about how the architects build the buildings too tall and out of code. And when then stuff like this happens, then you call me. It's fascinating. So a similar thing happens in both films. When McQueen is trying to show Paul Newman how to set these bombs, because they needed to set off these water tanks. Here's the odd thing. So the Tower Inferno it's a massive skyscraper, but yet the huge tanks of water that supply the building are on one of the top floors. So I'm like, and they're like, it's millions of gallons. I'm like, how is the structural support holding those millions of gallons of water tanks at the top of the building? You would instantly think, no, those should be on the bottom of the building. But then again, you couldn't have the conclusion you do if they were not on the top. You know where this is going. That's right. They got to blow those tanks to rain down on the tower to put it out. So do they? I don't know. Maybe the whole thing goes up in flames. However, there is a lot of that kind of, okay, first, here's what I want you to do. You take this device. Here's the C4. You put the thing in. Now you unroll this wire. Now you throw the wire over there. And then and it's literally explains everything. And then you put it in. You tack it on there. You set the timer. You throw it. You got it? And then Paul Newman goes, got it. And it cuts to Paul Newman taking the C4, putting the thing in, unrolling the device, throw it over there. Look, it's the exact thing. I'm like, oh my God, you don't have to show us that. So I was curious which film. Both Towering Inferno and Earthquake came out the same year. And Towering Inferno, I believe, got best cinematography and editing. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So it was curious that they were kind of battling each other for similar awards, but Earthquake got best sound, because it was all about that surround sound that was coming out at the time, shaking people's seats, making them think they're in a real earthquake. Classic. Anyway, performances are fantastic in Towering Inferno. Absolutely enjoyed this film a ton. A young Robert Wagner is with this, lovely secretary, and it's going into the weekend, so everyone's kind of leaving, and it's this brand new building, and a lot of well-to-dos are having a party on the top floor. It's almost like Die Hard, except Nakatomi Plaza, the party's more on the bottom floor. But of course, in this movie, the terror is near the top, so you gotta get them near the top. Otherwise, you gotta have that moment of, can we rescue them or can't we? You can rescue them if they're on the first floor. So yeah, it was very cool. So yeah, I don't want to give too much away because I want you guys to see this one. I'm not pushing too much for Hindenburg and roller coaster, but this was, I think, worth your time. They're long. Like most of these go well over 2 hours. It's like, I think it was 2:17 on Airport, 2:45 maybe on this one, almost 3 hours, and Earthquake is close to 2.5, I believe. But it was pretty cool. I don't want to tell you who dies and who doesn't die, but let's just say the first death, you're like, oh my God, like that guy just died just now, and then somebody else just blew out of a window. I'm like, oh, dang. So yeah. Now, and then this sounds terrible because we're so used to like disaster movies today where there's like explosions and hundreds of people die. The thing about Towering Inferno is, I hate to say this, not enough people die. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a disaster film. Like near the end, when they're in that the party room and they're breaking all the windows, because they need to try to get like a tow line to come in so they can get out, or just they have to break the windows. So that creates a little danger because now there's no windows to keep you from falling out. And I thought, oh, okay, so when these water tanks break, it's gonna crush the ceiling above and it's gonna rain down, or maybe, I don't know, but I figured that it would just flood and throw a bunch of people out the window, because that's how our current brains are, like, oh, it's gonna be wicked. But no, everyone's sort of tied ropes around themselves, around a pillar, like they're hanging on. They're like, no, and the water's flowing by. I think maybe 2 people went, "Aye," dead. I'm like, oh, so that's like maybe 5 people. Like in your brain, you can probably predict a whole bunch more people died, but yeah, they don't show them like they do in today's disaster movies. Good God, like Armageddon, criminy, everything blows up in that. Anyway, I digress. Towering Inferno, pretty good. Love it. All right, now, very close runner-up. Like I said, I could mix and match these two. Earthquake is the next one I watched. And this also has George Kennedy. He's also from the Naked Gun movies, if you guys know that. And this one's got Chuck Heston, damn, take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape. That was Planet of the Apes. Anyway, so yeah, Earthquake. What I love about, both of these films. So the Towering Inferno, the fire thing starts almost immediately, and it's slowly building. It's happening almost the entire film. Whereas Airport took a while to get to that. There's an issue with the runway because an airplane, it's super snowy, and this airplane tries to get off of a runway, but it submerges itself into snow, and the weight of it goes into the earth a little bit, and so it can't move. So it's blocking this key runway. That's the only thing that the airplane can land on, the one that's in danger when it's coming back. So that's the setup there. I won't tell you what happens, but does it clip it? Does it take something off? Oh, does somebody die from that? I ain't gonna tell you. But so that's the drama built up on that, and they set that up early, but it's not as imminent as the Towering Inferno. And then Earthquake, they kind of get going pretty good on that as well, showing you the seismologists, looking around, seeing, because they had some aftershocks coming and stuff like that. But when the earthquake hits, it goes on for a long time, like longer. I'm out here in California. Earthquakes don't last like 15 minutes. They don't, thank God, because I think everything would fall to the ground. But I've been in one too, 94. Woo, damn. It's just like being in this movie, man. It was weird. Anywho, PTSD, don't talk about it. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Earthquake. So good effects, like when things start cracking and falling. I know that it's not real concrete because some people are taking the hits. And there was one shot in particular. These 2 stuntmen did such a great job. Is the roof was coming down, and this one stuntman sees it. He knows it's coming down. He sort of stands up right as it's coming down, and then he sort of takes it all down with him, because it's like balsa wood and styrofoam probably, because if he just stayed on the ground, you would see it hit him, bounce off of his head, and roll away, right? So it's like, oh, that looked totally fake. So he cleverly stands up, takes the debris on his back, and then goes down with it. And so the stuff sort of settles on him, making it look heavy. I'm like, oh, dang, right? Like, I look for stuff like that. Like, I thought, man, oh, that was a brilliant stunt. That was a great stunt. And there's a lot of that in here. And another thing I noticed is I think they have the same stairwell in the Tower Inferno, Earthquake, and the last film I'm talking about. There's literally stairwell scenes in each of these three films. And it's like a floor has been decimated, and you have to get to the next floor by either climbing on the debris that's hanging, like the poles or pieces of the wall. It's almost like wall climbing before we had it. But a lot of stairwells and stuff like that. So Earthquake, the matte paintings, the matte paintings especially, these are like Star Wars quality, man. The image of the street and the cracks in the building and the decimation is so well done. It's so well done in this film that that made me super impressed. The ending, the very, very ending, was a little bit stupidity on one of the characters' part, is all I'm going to say. Like, there's right at the end, a character makes a really stupid decision, and let's just say it's the last decision he made, or she could be. Anyway, so yeah, number 2 was Earthquake. And before I get to the last one, let's see, we have a new comment here. Oh, thanks, Caveman. He says, hit that like button, people. Thank you. You know I always forget because I'm just here to hang out and talk to you guys. But yes, please hit that like and subscribe if you're new. But I know all you people here. I think you're all subscribers. Number 1, Poseidon Adventure. Dang, y'all. This is still the best. If you've not seen the original Poseidon Adventure, it's just freaking phenomenal, right? Who's seen this? Come on, chime it down there. Say, I've seen it. Gene Hackman, one of the greatest of all time. He is a goat. He's one of our goats, y'all. Absolutely. Gene Hackman can be in a terrible movie, and he'll make that terrible movie not so terrible. And he's also one of the few actors who survives being in a terrible movie. And as soon as he does his next movie, you're like, hey, Hackman's got a new movie out, right? Because sometimes if a really big actor does a real stinker, you're like, oh, I don't know, his last movie's pretty bad. No one ever says that about Gene Hackman. Everyone just says he's great. We know he's got some stinkers out there, right? Got to. I don't know. But anyway, when this boat flips over and the set pieces become upside down and it fills with water, the dramatic tension in this film, I think, is the best because especially when you got characters like Shelley Winters, oh my gosh, Shelley Winters. I mean, this one has the most heart. Like, there's some heart in all of these films, but I think I just am moved the most by the Poseidon Adventure, and there's just, you want them all to get out, you want them all to make it, and every step of the way, some of them make it, then maybe one person doesn't make it, and you're like, oh damn, and it just keeps going. So that's just nothing much else to say other than Poseidon Adventure is just so good. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to give too much away. I'm not going to tell you what characters come and go, but listen to this cast, though. Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, Red Buttons, Carol Lindley, Roddy McDowell, speaking of Planet of the Apes, Stella Stevens, and Shelley Winters, as I mentioned. They're all so dang good. So good. So that's it. That's where I'm at in my disaster movie watching. It's been quite fun. And I did see one new one as well. I saw Geostorm, which wasn't too bad. So let's see. What do we got here in the chat? We got Cinesteph says, morning, everyone. Cool. So what do we got here? Oh, so if you guys are ready, I think we can watch Love and Thunder. You guys ready? Do some Love and Thunder? Because I hadn't seen it yet, so it's going to be interesting. All right. Let's see what to do here. All right. So I got this new, oh, by the way, I bought a new toy. I bought a Stream Deck. So check this out. If I go Earth News, check it. It's a little box that does this little thing here. So there's the trailer right there that we are going to check out. All right. So I hadn't seen it yet. So we're going to go full screen here and see what happens. I'm sure, has everybody seen this so far? Am I the only Yahoo to not see this trailer yet? All right. So we're going to go full screen it just so you guys can see it pretty good. All right. And now, of course, since we're going to play this, it'll totally demonetize this video because everything in it will flag this video. But hey, here we go. Are you guys ready? Live reaction. And I'm going to look this way so I see the bigger screen. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
These hands were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace. I need to figure out
you two coming
exactly who I am.
Oh, come on.
I will choose my own path. In the moment. My superhero days are over. Remember what I told you. You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love.
Yeah.
Me? What? Just listening.
Oh, that was really good. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Natalie Portman. Holy mackerel. That was pretty good, y'all. That was pretty strong. Holy hand grenade. That was good. That was good. Hang on. That's a lot to unpack. I do love that the Guardians are in that. That's, when we last left them, he was on board. So it's very cool that he stays, at least, leaves them at the beginning of the film. A lot of the characters are back. I love that he's like trying to lose weight. Sweet Child of Mine, nice choice. We got a lot of recurring characters. Who do you guys think? And we saw the big statue holding the lightning bolt as well. Who is that? Who is that? I'm not sure. I'm not super deep into the Thor lore, so I mean that could be somebody from Thor comics. I don't know. Caveman says, just FYI, any good part of Groot is buried, it makes another Groot. Oh, if any part of Groot is buried, it makes another Groot. Oh, is that right? Are you like a Groot spurt? It's like that's a thing, a Groot expert. But that's, yeah, I mean, I love me some Groot, man. And so it is Zeus, right? Is that like for sure? Caveman? Like some Zeus? Yeah, because I mean, that's what I would think. Although then you're getting like Norse gods and then mythical gods. Oh, wait a second. Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole, friends. If that is Zeus, because I collected Avengers growing up. That was Avengers and Justice League were my two favorite comics because as money got tight, they were the best ones to have because it had the most superheroes in it, right? And if you're a big fan, that was the way to go. I wasn't as big into X-Men for some reason. I know a lot of people are, X-Men's number one. I'm like, yeah. For me, it was because I liked Captain America and those guys more than the mutants. So anyway, if Zeus is in this, dare we say Hercules will be in this as well? Because Hercules was one of the Avengers, y'all. So if you've got Zeus floating around, and you got to have Hercules floating around, right? Like I didn't notice it. Like I don't want to like go through this again and nitpick what you guys like frame by frame, like some people do. I don't do that right now. Anyway, so I think I don't know. There's potential for Hercules now. Now I know I did not see now because I was so excited. I was trying to take it all in. Did we see Christian Bale in that? Like I know he's playing that character. Can't remember the character, but I don't recall seeing the character because this is just a teaser. So I think the big Easter egg for this teaser was seeing Jane Foster as, girl Thor at the end, which is very cool. I love me some Natalie Portman. She gonna kick some ass, y'all. Heck yeah. All right, so yeah, Zeus, right? I still think we're getting some Hercules. I think we're getting Hercules. Kurt Russell Zeus is a part of the Turtles. Kurt Russell Zeus, but I mean Kurt Russell was Ego, right? I mean Kurt Russell. Are you saying you think he would make a good Zeus as part of the Eternal? Oh, you're saying his character is an Eternal. See, yeah, this gets deep, y'all. Like, you'll have to like clue me in. Look at this. Anthony says it'll be Kevin Sorbo as Hercules. Yeah. No, I think we need a fresher, younger Sorbo, like a Sorbo Jr. Yeah. I don't think we'd be using some Kevin Sorbo. Now, that was a fun show. But it's funny because he was Hercules, but he wasn't really as strong. Well, like his strength was just like better than most guys, but it wasn't like he could do what like Hercules in the comic books can do, because he's like super strong and all that. But yeah, who else watched Kevin Sorbo's Hercules? That was when they had like Hercules, Zeus, Hercules is Xena, who was great. And I even liked Bruce Campbell's character that came on on the Xena show. That was really cool. I think he did a different show called Jack of All Trades, and I guess it's so funny. Like, I love me some Bruce Campbell, but all of his personal shows where he is the lead, like Jack of All Trades and Briscoe County, both of those lasted one season. I'm pretty sure Jack of All Trades was just one season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was just one season. But then you put him in great supporting roles like Xena and Burn Notice. You guys watch Burn Notice? That's a good show, man. Like that's one of those like fun shows to just, I don't know. It to me it's like Miami Vice or Magnum PI and stuff like that. It's a good, well-made show that you just want to just keep watching more of. Yeah, Bruce County fan. Bruce County. You guys live in Bruce County? It's across the street. Bruce Campbell. All right. What's going on? Okay, so Caveman says Christian Bale plays is it completely CGI, or is it like so it's more like Thanos then, right? It's all CG. It's not like part makeup and part enhanced. Okay, that's cool. I know I've seen pictures of the character he's supposed to be, and it looks totally different than the one that's in the comics, but yeah, that's pretty rad. CGI. I mean, look, if they still got the performance out of the CGI character like Thanos, come on, Brolin, like Josh Brolin did for that, then I think we're in for a treat, because I did when I was first starting out of this, I did some top 10 things on a different site. I did this thing called the Geekly Top 10, right? And I did top 10. Let's see if I can find this thing and show it to you. Oh, it's going to take too long. But anyway, I did a top 10 CGI performances, right? And this is just literally a CGI character that blew you away. And it had to be super believable, otherwise you're pulled out. So that was number one for me. And number two, close second, was Schmeagol Gollum, because those two just changed the game. Really, Gollum changed the game. Andy Serkis deserves his own award for stuff like that. That was, yeah. So yeah, he's in there, and then of course because of that, also his Caesar made that top 10. The Incredible Hulk. Let's see what else. The King Kong from Peter Jackson's King Kong. The T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park. That's in there because it doesn't have to be a character that speaks. It's a character, whether it's an animal or human. What's another good CGI character that's really good? I'm just gonna see here real quick if I can find my list. Let's see. Here we go. Top 10 posts. I found it. All right, let's see. Here we go. So it says best live CGI characters. And I'll show you. I'll show you the list. I'll do a We'll screen share over here. News. Here, let's do it this way so you can see it. So this was the list I made. So Thanos was number 1. Dom Smeagol 2, Caesar, Yoda, of course, Yoda, Neytiri from Avatar, then King Kong, the T-1000, the T-Rex, and the Hulk, and Davy Jones. Those are the ones that I had selected as just really good standout performances, because you gotta have a good team behind all that. The people doing those characters almost have to be actors themselves, because you can't just animate a great performance. You have to sort of witness a great performance, either from the actor, so you can mimic some of the facial expressions and nuances and stuff like that. Like I'm sure with all the devices they're using now and all of the Avatar things, man, those are just super cool at capturing emotions and stuff like that. Hang on, I'm pulling up a couple other things because these would be kind of fun. I haven't seen these in a while, and I'm going to show them to you. And then we can chat about them, see what you guys think. And these are also potentials for shows. Okay, so hang on, 3 more. They're all in the cloud right now, so I have to sort of download them. All right, so here we go. All right, so see what you guys think of this. First, let me see if we got anything else going on. Oh, yeah, Dobby, that's good. Sorry, Russell Crowe. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was like. Did I miss Kurt Russell playing 2 roles? Yes. Russell Crowe. Kurt Russell Crowe. Forget it. I was trying to combine them. Dobby, that's a good one. See, Thor's retirement is interrupted by a galactic killer clown as Gore, the God Butcher, who seeks the extinction of the gods. Yeah, that's right. So come on now. We got to get, that means Hercules has to be in here because he's one. He's one, yeah. Look at you, man. You're ready to go. I like this. To combat the threat, I hope you enjoy the way I'm reading your stuff, Thor enlists the help of King Valkyrie, Korg, and ex-girlfriend Jane Foster, who, to Thor's surprise, inexplicably wields his magic hammer Mjolnir, or as Cat Crank says, meow meow, as the mighty Thor. Did you copy paste this? This is so lyrical. Together they embark upon a harrowing cosmic adventure to uncover the mystery of the God Butcher's vengeance and stop him before it's too late. Whew. That's good stuff. If that's all off the cuff, by the way, nice job. All right, let me show you some of this crazy goodness here. Yoink. So this is something that I made like prior to starting this. I had a different channel I called the Geekly Top 10, where I would just come up with top 10s and put these lists up and have some fun. So these are my top 10 iconic action heroes. And look, I don't care which. I love Schwarzenegger and Stallone, but Jackie Chan is the GOAT to me, because I mean his stunts are unparalleled and they're uninterrupted. No quick cuts needed, none of that jazz. It's like, just show me a good fight. And Jackie, of all of these guys, is the best at that. So yeah, there you go. So I got me some Jackie Chan, then Arnold and Sylvester. To me, they're kind of like, I could swap either one. I could throw Sylvester in the number 2 spot tomorrow and be just as happy. Then you got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who of course is just becoming everyone's fave. Jason Statham, Chuck Norris, Tom Cruise, because he's still bringing it. Harrison Ford, although I mean it's for his body of work, and Bruce Willis, and Bruce Lee. So yeah, and then I do honorable mentions too. So honorable mentions went to Van Damme, young Seagal, not that fat Seagal, Ken. Get that movie out your collection. Matt Damon, Daniel Craig, and Keanu Reeves. Although, I made these a long time ago. So now that Keanu Reeves, this was right, I think probably at the first John Wick, because I'm pretty sure that's a picture from the first John Wick. But now that it's gone crazy, I could probably, I don't know, I could easily pull one of these guys off. Who do you think? Who should come off of this and put Keanu Reeves in there? Because who'd have thought Keanu Reeves would be a big action star? All right, so now we do do the list for badass chicks. You guys ready? There you go. Check it out. And these now, when I do badass chicks, the rule of thumb for this list is there could be no superheroes in this list at all, because that's cheating. Almost like you put Captain Marvel up there because she's omnipowerful. Like you couldn't even debate it because she's too powerful. So these are just chicks, like regular old human chicks with no superpowers, but they just whoop ass. Sigourney Weaver got to be at the top, y'all. Just reading out. Although Michelle Yeoh, I mean, I got to go see me that Everything Everywhere All at Once with Michelle Yeoh. She is awesome. I love Michelle Yeoh. In fact, one of my favorite Bond films is the Pierce Brosnan Tomorrow Never Dies, because she's in it. Like, she is one of the first Bond girls that comes in, and she's his equal. Like, there's no way Michelle Yeoh was going to do a Bond movie and be one of those, victim-y Bond girls that's like, save me. Oh, no. She whoops ass. And because she's so good, and Terry Hatcher doesn't hurt in that movie either. I like me some Terry Hatcher. That was when she was coming off Lois and Clark. Anyway, and then you got the Linda Hamilton from T2, Uma Thurman, Sarah Michelle Gellar. She whooped ass every week, y'all, on this show. Cameron Diaz did a great job in the Charlie's Angels films, as did Lucy Liu, but I put Kill Bill there because she was awesome in that. Angelina Jolie, who's done even more than just Lara Croft, did The Wanted and Salt and all that good stuff. Charlize Theron, who's done all kinds of good stuff. And Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah, I had to put her in there. I dig me some Millie. That's my top 10 there. Let's see. Okay, so Caveman says, IMDb, my friend. Nice. Dude, I live on IMDb. IMDb, Box Office Mojo, and Digital Bits. It's like my go-to bookmarks. Yeah, take Norris off, you think? Take Norris off and put Keanu in there? I mean, but Norris has all that, if Chuck Norris doesn't do a push-up, the earth moves down, like all that stuff, Yeah. Chuck Norris doesn't blow out the candles snuff themselves, almost hard to take Norris out with that hilarious, pedigree of Norris. Anyway, top 10, Caveman says, the top 10 with 2 columns is just the way you made these. Oh, when I do those other things that you were asking about before. Yeah, I could do that. But again, typing these out and making these, it's very time consuming. And just to give you a peek behind the curtain, in case you guys don't know, Caveman was asking if I could, on my box office breakdown, add more to the streaming services. So it wasn't just the number ones, but it was like the top 10 on each one, which I had considered at the time, especially when my work starts at 9 o'clock. Sometimes I got to be done and out. And I'm waking up, getting the family out the door by 7:15. So from 7:15 to 9 o'clock, when you edit these together, anybody that spends time behind the edit desk, I couldn't pull it off. I would literally run out of time before like doing the top 10 on Netflix. I could do like just maybe Netflix and Hulu, and then I'd run out of time. So I'd have to figure a way to pull that off. And right now, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Ben Grimm says, Everything Everywhere is the best movie. Dude, I got to go see that then. Here, let me just go full screen while I'm talking about this. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. I just hear it's climbed. So from doing my box office breakdown, I've noticed that it started 2 weeks ago. It was number 10. Last week, it was like number 6, I think. And then this week, it's number 4. So word of mouth, and it's all word of mouth. I don't see this thing advertised a ton anywhere, right? And it's doing gangbusters. And if it keeps getting talked up, like you're saying this now, and everybody that goes and sees it says it's really good, like I want to go see it this week. I know my friend's going to go see it tomorrow night. So there's already people I know personally, including myself, that want to go see it now. So this could be one of those real sleeper films that just keeps exploding. I hope it does, man, because Michelle Yeoh is an actress more people need to know. I mean, she was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, a lot of things that people in the James Bond film, but she's done so much more. Like I was a big Hong Kong guy. I'd watch all her and Jackie Chan movies, and she's phenomenal, man. There's a reason why, you're about to get on a Star Trek rant. When Star Trek Discovery started, I was most excited because she was in it, but she doesn't stay in it. She kind of comes back and stuff like that, but if they'd have kept Discovery with just Michelle Yeoh as the captain and not all this other drama BS. Like, look, I'm a Star Trek fan, so I can speak from the heart when I say I am not having a good time with Discovery or Picard. I'm almost about to give up on Picard. That is just driving me nuts. It's the same old time, oh, Q snaps his fingers and he's affected time, and we have to go back in time to set time straight. And I'm like, again? You, how many times have sci-fi films and TV shows gone back in time to set the thing straight? It's like, including its own show, The Next Generation. I mean, like the Star Trek First Contact is all about following the Borg sphere back in time because they're going to go affect Earth and they got to stop it. They've already gone back in time to save the Picard. And I love Picard, but and Patrick Stewart, but I'm bailing, guys. I'm bailing. I give every show a shot, though. I'm not one of those snooty, Star Trek guys like, it's not my Star Trek. No, I will watch every Star Trek, but you gotta win me over. And I think Picard is losing me over. So there's that. I agree. Yeah, Big Rim. Oh, did you see it as well, Caveman? Yeah. I'll just keep going. Oh no. Sorry. You're right here. No. That's you. Sorry. Caveman says I meant recapping. Oh, the recapping the top. Yeah. Oh, I got you. I'm so sorry. Now I know what you mean. So when I get to the end, you want me to go back and say, and as a recap, here's the top 10 from the box office, and have a good day. Oh, I got you, man. I got you. Now we're here. I got you. I thought you meant take all those streaming services that I do and do a top 10 for all those streaming services. I was just like, I can't. It's not possible. But yeah, I could probably do a quick recap of the box office top 10. Sure, man. That's so much easier. See, now I feel better. Like a question like that, I'm like, yeah, that's way doable. And Ben Grimm says, I really like Lower Decks. Me too, right? Seriously, that's what I'm saying. I give them all a chance, and the more I watch Lower Decks, the more I like it. It's funny, but it's respectful and referential to a lot of the other Star Treks. And it's funny because my daughter's just a big anime kid. I'm like, is there any human live action show you like? And she's like, well, we watch all the Mandalorians and the Marvel stuff on Disney Plus and all that. And she likes that all to the point where she's like, yay, the new episode's here. But she'll just consume animation. She loves that stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, so you're in animation. So I watched the entire Futurama series with her. That was so awesome. That was great. That was so much fun to do. And then because of that, we went into Disenchantment. That's been really great. And then Lower Decks. I started watching Lower Decks, and I'm like, oh, she's not going to watch this. Even though the one Star Trek episode she likes, and it's the only one, is like Trouble with Tribbles, right? Because that's the one that everyone who's not a Star Trek fan watches Trouble with Tribbles and loves it because it's cute and funny. So she walked in, I'm watching Lower Decks, and of course they're doing the, you're doing something funny on the screen. And she's like, what are you watching? I'm like, this is Star Trek Lower Decks. She's like, can I watch it? I'm like, hell yeah, you can. Get in here. So she hops in the bed, we watch Star Trek Lower Decks. And now every time there's a new episode, she's like, is it on yet? Love that. So not only do I love the show, but I love the fact that it's something I can watch with her. Because, our kids you want them to love what you love, but it don't work that way. I don't know if you guys have a kid, but if you ever sit your kid down to watch Star Wars, you got to cross your fingers on that. It is not a slam dunk at all. Because the kids today are just so used to other things. Like for us, it was just like mind blowing. We've never seen anything like it. But for kids today, man, it is like, it's a little slow. Seriously, I'll tell you the story. So the first time I'm showing my daughter Star Wars, we get up to the point where Ben finds Luke, and then they're standing on the edge of the cliff, and they look at Mos Eisley, a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Pretty much right at that time, she stands up. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, no problem. Cool. Pause the thing. Wait for her. And then I just hear her kind of leave and go in her room. And I'm like, are you coming back? And she goes, no. I'm like, no? Like, your mind is shattered. I'm like, why? She goes, well, she comes back and it's just kind of boring. And it's like, so now I have to sort of disconnect myself from the history and the fandom I have with Star Wars and go, I see what you mean. Like, I never found it boring growing up, but watching it up to that point, I can see how it could be boring, because the second half is the part that is all that. It's the dogfight with the Millennium Falcon. It's of course the last 15 minutes is the trench, and it's the lightsaber fight, and all the excitement happens in the end. Good news is eventually she came around, and we have seen all of the Star Wars films together, and she's done. She's not like, oh, a Star Wars fan, but she's at least seen them all once, and she does love Mandalorian. I think we all thought Boba Fett was a big snore. I called it Noba Fett because Noba Fett was in like half the episodes. I'm like, Boba Fett in his own show? It's kind of weird. So yeah, that's my Star Wars story with my kid. Caveman says, remember, you can't go back in time, and hit that like button. That's right. You can't go back in time. So right here, right now, hit that like button. Like we roll, Caveman. Cinesteph says, have you seen The Best of Youth? It's if not, a great pickup. Highly recommend. The Best Youth. I have not. Who's in that? What's that about? I don't know that. Pretty good with titles too. I am unaware of this. Is that an older film? See, I would guess it's probably a newer film, because maybe like I'm not as up with a lot of new things, especially if it's straight to video or on one of the streaming services or something. Ben Graham says, I get it. It's like when my dad used to try to show me black and white World War II movies, and I blew it off. I gotta laugh, dude. It's so true. I know, right? Because our parents, that's the one thing about my parents is I don't think they ever tried to wean me on anything. I was sort of my own. I've loved films and TV all my life. It has been my passion since I was a kid. And I would find the stuff. Like on Sunday mornings, they had the Monster Theater. And on Monster Theater, you guessed it, was all the Godzilla movies. I was like, hell yeah! Sunday morning, because so the family would wake up, all have breakfast, and then everyone would start doing what they're doing. And then I would just run into my parents' room, not even the living room, just sit in their bed all by myself and just turn on their TV. I don't know why I wasn't in the living room, but there was something about early morning Sunday just watching monster movies. And then they also had Abbott and Costello Theater. And so I watched all the Abbott and Costello, especially the monster Abbott and Costellos. Those were on. And then all the other ones too, like Buck Privates and things like that. So I got to, treat myself and find those myself, much how I think our kids today, they get on TikTok or they get on YouTube and they find something, hopefully something good. I'm like, see your phone, check that history real quick. Okay, you're clean, get out of here. Back in the day, your mom just looks in the room. What you watching? Monsters? Yeah, okay. That's all it took. So yeah. So yeah, if you are passionate about something and you want your kid to watch it, be okay that they don't care, because 50-50 chances that could be the case. Okay, here we go. Anthony's Horror Moore says the biggest problem with most mainstream TV shows and movies is that these writers have no clue how to write good dialogue anymore. That's why I love shows like Breaking Bad. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's just obvious now. Well, let's see. What I'm trying to think of the reference. Like which one of these was it? That had the dialogue that drove me crazy. Oh yeah, like Roller Coaster, right? So I watch a Roller Coaster, and it's just like it's all dialogue of convenience. It's like, okay, like pay that off that he used to be like a former cop with them, and something went wrong, like his pension went away or he was injured and they said screw you, so there's like a connection to why but lazy writing, there's nothing worse than lazy writing. Breaking Bad was so well written. I don't know if you're anybody's a Friends fan, but I'm diehard Friends fan. As far as comedy goes, that show was so well written. I can, no lie, sit down and watch. I can turn TV on right now and I'll watch any episode back to front, because just the characters are so. First of all, you have to have really good specific characters, even just like in Breaking Bad, really good specific characters, and then the writers need to know those characters in and out. You can't just get any good writer. You got to get a good writer who also gets the character. And on Friends, from what I've in all my times watching it and behind the scenes stuff, they had writers for each character. So they had a writer for Chandler, they had a writer for Phoebe, and they had a writer for all of them. And so when it came time to balance out the jokes, the person who wrote for that character knew that character best, and that's why all the jokes land so well, because the people who get that character are writing for that character. So I'm with you, man. Good writing. Cannot. You know what's going to happen next year at the Oscars? The writing is going to be one of the ones they give away beforehand, and that's going to piss a lot of people off, because they said it's all like a roll of the dice, a coin flip, who's going to get out next year, because they want to be fair. I'm like, there is no way you can tell me that the top actors and supporting actors and the director and picture are even remotely going to be in that coin toss at all, ever. Because they always say that's the only one that, the normal people care about. I'm like, normal people don't watch the Oscars. Film fans watch the Oscars. Keep catering to us. Anywho, let's see. Can I be on your game show? Yeah, you can. How about this? I was thinking of doing a trivia during the week. Is 4K on today? Hey, Jagoda, I'm just looking up. I don't see 4K on. If you're listening, 4K D-Ray, chime in. Let me know. I haven't looked at YouTube recently to see if you're doing one of your battles on Thursday, because that's my dude, man. Like, if he's doing a battle, I'm not gonna do it. But if he's not doing a battle, maybe I'll fill in Thursday and do a trivia show on Thursday night. But I'm only going to do it if 4K is not doing that. So if I find out from him there's no battle, then I will get ready with a trivia show and I'll reach out to you. And then Jagoda, look, and you're the next guy. Look, Jagoda, I missed you, bro. I missed you on my first one. So you're interested in doing one, a game show as well. I need to get you back on. And heck, even 4K, if you're not doing your show, you were also one of the first people I asked to do the show. Just so you know, you, Jagoda, and Kim, the first three I checked in on, because you guys have given me so much in the past. So right now, right here, live, I'll say if Caveman, Jagoda, and 4K want to do the trivia show, you have a seat. But we'll keep them coming. Everybody's welcome. We're gonna keep, and we got to. We're readjusting the next trivia game too. It's gonna have something different, something new. So you'll see. It's gonna be very cool. Cinesteph, hey man, says it's a Saga set in Italy from 2003. Saw it as a blind buy, and it blew me away. A great hidden gem, worth a watch. Okay, a Saga set. So, where'd you blind buy it from? Where's it? I guess you probably get it from Amazon. Everything comes from Amazon, right? Everybody's saying, what's up to Jagoda? That's right. What's going on, Jagoda? I did click on you, right? Said, what's going on? What's going on? Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. Ben Grimm says, do you think now that most people talk through text in chats if it affects the way they write dialogue? I don't think so, because it's sort of like, as an actor and a director, like I've done some of that in the 90s, and I can tell you, like, once you start doing those things, you tell a story different. It's sort of like how when you write for a sitcom or you write for a film, it's different writing, and you have to be on top of how those differences work in that format. So no, I don't think people write differently because of texting, because obviously you try to get your thoughts in through text. I think that's kind of why I misunderstood Caveman through text, is I thought he wanted me to do top 10s for all the streaming services. And now, as we continue to talk a little bit more and we're live, I can actually say what I'm thinking like this. He now understands what my confusion is, and he clarified it by saying, no, just recap the movie top 10 you did just before you sign off. So yeah, so I don't think texting affects the way they write. I think they just have bad writers. I think you just need better writers. What's dinging? What's lighting up? Nothing important. Let's see. Jagoda, Anthony, how's it going? Everybody's just hanging and chatting now. Caveman says he loves Burn Notice. Thought that Jeffrey Donovan is great in Wrath of Man. Yeah. Oh, who's that? Oh, hang on. I have to put somebody on the show. Oh, okay. I do realize it is my brother, so I may have to call him back. there's some drama in the Hux household. We gotta make sure everybody's okay. So I will call him right after this. I'm gonna have to wrap it shortly. Yeah, I got to see that. I haven't even seen Wrath of Man yet. That's the that guy. Sees what happens. Let me go back to action hero second, but Jason Statham. It's the Jason Statham movie, right? Wrath of Man. Heard he's really good in that. Okay, so Anthony's Horror More says, Jagoda, I'm great, man. Just waiting on that Cabin in the Woods steelbook to get here. How are you doing? Yeah, man, catch up with each other. That's what I'm here for. Keep saying hey. It says, did you like Wolfgang Van Halen distance video? I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's Wolfgang Van Halen distance video. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out. Jagoda says to Anthony's Horror and More, good. My cabin delivered this morning. Ooh, nice. I have to go pick up Heavy Metal. Oh, is that out today too? Heavy Metal? Noise. That's a good looking steel. I got the Blu-ray though. So I'll have to, I'll roll the dice. If it's there, maybe I'll pick it up. That's a good looking release though. K-Man says, I felt left out. Hey, Huck. Hey, Ben. Hey, Jagoda. Hey, Cinephile. Hey, everybody. Everybody say, hey. Just everybody like quick. Everybody just type, hey. I want to see like 5 heys. It just suddenly light up at the bottom. Let's do it. It's our way of just saying, hey to everybody. Come on, you guys can do it. And then hit the like button. Whew, I remembered. Jagoda says, I need 1 week to brush up on my movie facts. But we definitely want to be on the show. Nice. All right. Yeah, cool. We'll always got you. Yeah, we're just getting it started, so we're not going to end it anytime soon. So there it is. Okay, it's coming. Hang on. Cinesteph says, I bought it from Disc Replay. Okay, it's a 6-hour movie, but believe me, it goes by so fast. I kept wanting more. Real tearjerker. Oh, that's good, man. I love when something is, it's worth the time, because 6 hours, and I just look at that as a limited series now. Like you can't, I always say, don't look at something as a 6-hour movie. Just look at it now because of the way we ingest stuff. Like, especially with like the Marvel and the Star Wars stuff, you get maybe 6 episodes. That's like a 6-hour film. They're just breaking it up. So if you kind of think of it that way, like a lot of people were like, what'd you think of the Justice League Snyder Cut? I said, I freaking loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was 4 hours long, but I watched it like I was binging a show. So, and it had those little chapter breaks. So when I got to 1 hour, and it was getting to the next chapter break, I was like, okay, do I want to stop there? And I'll just pick it up. I said, no, I'll watch one more. So it was almost like binging 2 episodes. But then after about the 2-hour mark, I stopped because, 4 hours is a long time. And then I brought it back up just like I would Stranger Things. I'll watch 2 or 3 episodes one night, and then I'll watch a few more the next night. I don't do the whole thing. I ain't got that kind of time. So, so then when I was over, it was a much more immersive film, and the characters were more fleshed out. So I actually liked that a lot. Yeah, Jason Statham. I finally found it. Keyman says, I sent the video link to your Instagram. Nice. All right, I will go check that. Here we go. Ready? Hey. No, Caveman, you're the one. No, everyone has to say hey. Like you're just saying hey for everyone. I meant for everyone to say hey, not just, you to say hey to everyone. I meant for everyone just to type hey. But I do love your enthusiasm. There it is. So Caveman says, hey, how's it going? Or Jagoda. All right, there we go. Anthony says, hey, Caveman. There it is. See that? See, everybody came together just to wish each other well. All right, guys, I might be wrapping this up soon so I can go see what's happening at the home front. But yeah, what a day going over that Thor: Love and Thunder trailer, man. That was something else. That was very, very cool. I enjoyed that. I'm very excited. Oh, I was just about to say it. About to say this. I'll share with you. Anthony's Hormore says, man, I hope Obi-Wan is a great show. Give me that Vader. I was just about to say, and that looks so good. That's something. I didn't do a reaction video to it. It's funny because I went on just like a mini weekend vacay about a month ago with some friends. We're all staying in this cabin. And I hadn't seen the Obi-Wan trailer yet. And they go, you haven't seen the Obi-Wan trailer? I'm like, no, should I? And so, of course, I pull out the iPad. And my reaction was so overwhelmingly priceless. Like, because I had no clue. that much cool stuff was coming in that trailer. So I was just blown away. I was like, man, this looks good. Like, I'm excited for a lot of things. And that one's definitely like high on the list, man. Ewan McGregor, he's gonna rock. Michael's back. He had to go out. Very cool, man. Welcome back. We might be signing off here in just a minute, but you are welcome to go back and watch. I don't know if you missed my Thor: Love and Thunder reaction, but it's in there. Vince La Francesca says, I like the Thor trailer. Can't wait for the actual trailer. Yeah, I know. Like, here's the thing. This was so blown up for me. Like, I really enjoyed it. But I thought it was going to be a little more. Like, but that's the problem I have. 20 million people have already seen it and losing their minds over it. It was still really good. But it's a teaser. And they call them that for a reason. So when it was over, I can definitely say that was a great teaser for sure. Absolutely. Caveman Movies More says T and P's just in case. Vince says after Doctor Strange 2, we should be getting it. Yeah, I'm actually a little shocked that they put this out now because we hadn't seen anything from Thor: Love and Thunder yet. So the big discussion was, well, maybe they're saving it because they want all the excitement to stay because people are pumped for Doctor Strange because everything that Spider-Man No Way Home gave us. That Marvel wants to top that because while I love Spider-Man and believe me, I was cheering in that film. I love that film from last year. It was one of my favorites. I thought it should have been nominated, not because it's a superhero movie, but a good movie needs to move you and excite you and also just entertain you. Every movie that's nominated does not have to be some like depressing snore fest that you won't rewatch. A best picture, in my opinion, a best picture win needs to be something that everyone should see and that you wouldn't mind watching again. Some of those films, man, they're just now. Coda this year. Coda is absolutely high on my list. I'll be picking that up. I mean, it's on Apple Plus, which I have. So, but that's a winner, man. That to me that's the first win in years I have thought, yeah, that was good. Damn right. Says, great stream as always, Huck. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming by. Kimmy says, thoughts and prayers. Oh, yeah. See, I'm not good with the shortcuts. You must be like 20-something, caveman. I'm too old for this hip and jive. It took me a while to figure out what TY meant. What you talking about, TY? Oh, it means thank you. I'm like, oh, well, TY to you too. Yeah, I didn't just learn that this year. It was last year. All right. So Anthony Horkmore says, Doctor Strange looks great too. I'm not watching. Dude, I scanned ahead to your thing. Says, I'm not watching any more trailers. Neither am I. For that one, though, Marvel always has too many trailers to give away the movie. I actually haven't seen Doctor Strange in a long time. Like, so much so that when people were saying, oh, this and this and this is in the trailer, I'm like, is there a new trailer out? Because I don't remember what you're talking about, which is probably good. Probably just brain getting fried. So I'm not going to rewatch anything to find out, oh, I did see that. Anything I've forgotten, I want it to be forgotten until I see the movie. You know what I mean? All I know is a few things with Wanda being in it and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm done. No more. It comes out in a couple weeks. I've even told my daughter, what I love about Marvel, though, is she is game to go to the movies with me. And I said, Brooke, what's her name? I said, Doctor Strange comes out in May. We have to go that weekend because I know there's going to be spoilers immediately, which is why I had to take her to see Spider-Man that opening weekend as well. I said, there's rumor that there's some characters in that movie, and I don't want it confirmed. I want to confirm it myself. So she's like, I'm down. So we're going to go see Doctor Strange opening weekend. Yeah, man. You can't Marvel. Yeah. Marvel's got good trailers, but yeah, I don't want to watch any more. They always give too much away. Yeah. And they also, misdirect you. They also take things out of the trailer. Like, you remember the one was it in Infinity War Endgame where they're running and they have the Hulk running behind everybody, but then they took Hulk out and it was actually the Hulk smasher thing. I'm like, oh, wow. Not only did you misdirect us, you completely animated a character, took the time to animate the Hulk in that shot just to fool us. Marvel, you sneaky bums, you. Oh, love my shirt. Thanks. Yeah, I even got the clever girl underneath right there. Here you go. I love this thing. There it is. Ready? Clever girl. So yeah, I found this at Kohl's, man. I dig it. Yeah, I wore this for my last trivia. So this could be my I haven't decided if I need an official trivia shirt. What do you think? Shows the Jurassic Park or my Wesley Crusher's bowling shirt? Did either of those like stand out as a host shirt better than the other? Not Coda Godfather. Not Coda Godfather. See, the shorthand throws me off. I don't know what you mean. Like, you don't think Coda was good, but Godfather was? I'm sure you'll clue me in just a second. Awesome stream, Hug. Thanks, buddy. Hope everything is good with your bro. I know, me too. Yeah, usually at 9 a.m., it's 9 a.m. my time. He doesn't really call me that early unless he's got something to talk about. So, but yeah, fingers crossed. I'm 53. I'm dude, yeah. All right, we're in our 50s. We're 50. We're the 50s, man. Yeah. So, happy days and all that shit. Yeah. These days are anyway. Okay. Well, then you're good with the hip and the jive and the shortcuts, man. I gotta get with it. I consider myself a hip old dude, but guess not. Movies gotta have rewatchability. There, you heard it right there, Michael. It's true. It's true, man. Look. Look, like I was gonna get some tirade. No, that's it. It's just true. Let's see. Jagoda says, I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange. Yeah, look, when Doctor Strange comes out, y'all, we got to come back here and I'll do a live ASAP. No, you see, I can't do that. Well, because the temptation will be to talk too much. So I think maybe we'll wait a couple of weeks and then talk about it on a live, and maybe put a spoiler that says, this left spoilers. So come join me so we can all talk about it. I think that'd be fun. Oh, that's sick. Oh yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's cool, man. Go to Kohl's, man. I have a Batman too. It's just like a bunch of palm trees, but when you look really close, Batman and Robin are like coming out of the palm trees. It's hilarious. It says bowling. I love bowling. If you go back and watch my first, go check out the first trivia contest I did, Vince. I'm wearing from The Big Bang Theory. The guys that had a bowling team, and it was called the Wesley Crushers, and it's this yellow bowling shirt, black collar, and on the back it's got the Wesley Crushers, and I think that's hilarious. Oh, see, there you go. You got to put the Coda after. No, Godfather the Coda edition. Yeah. See, we say Coda Godfather. It's Godfather. Yeah. See, and I just talked about Coda. You see my confusion. See, I'm easily distracted. Squirrel. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, the Godfather Coda. I actually haven't seen the Coda edition. I hear it makes it better. But I mean, you still got the Sofia Coppola. Daddy, dead. I don't know. I'm sure it helps, but I don't know. Look at that, y'all. We just got gave me a birthday. See, now we know on September 25th, we're gonna wish you happy birthday. Nice. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it. We did a good one today. I just thought we'd be watching a trailer, but you guys just peppered me with lots of good stuff to talk about. Thank you so much. To everybody who came in and threw in some chats and said hello. I hope that Ken and Sue, who I know are going out shopping for Blu-rays today, find what you're looking for. Jagoda, you said you're going to go out and get you the heavy metal, I think. So happy shopping to you, my friend. I hope you find what you need. Because, yeah, I haven't been out shopping for new stuff in a while because, like I said, I work during the weekdays, which I have to start working here just a minute and call my bros. See, everything is good to go. But yeah, you guys are rock stars. I can't thank you so much for coming to these live shows. It's what keeps me doing them week after week. I really appreciate it. And we got, I'll let you guys know about the trivia. I'm pretty sure I'm going to check with 4K D-Ray, see if he's got a show this Thursday. If not, maybe Wednesday might be a little too last minute for a lot of people, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see if you guys are on board, and but we'll get one going very shortly. All right, guys. So thank you, everyone. You guys are amazing. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Be good to each other. Hit that like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Happy hunting, everyone, and I'll catch you guys later.